Welcome back for a new golf training vlog. Today we are going to do something special. But first of all, I'm Mr. D, but you, my friend, you can call me Thomas, and I make video about golf in general and of my my journey trying to master golf. And as I go, I'm sharing my thought, my experience, and what I've learned, so you can improve as well. So, thank you for watching, and let's get to the topic of today, my training for today. Today I want to focus on overswinging, because I tend to have this long backswing where, especially with the driver, but recently I see that actually I'm doing it also with the wedges, where the golf club is just getting way too long, and also I think I don't get the right feeling in terms of weight shift in my leg and rotation in my body, because my arms are getting too long. So what I want to focus on today is trying to rotate as much as I possibly can while having the club that is actually not getting past the perpendicular to the ground. Basically, I want to do a half swing with my arms, but the full body rotation with my body. And this is so. Of course, I'm probably going to go a little bit too long, longer than just half swing. But this is what I want to try. Really, with the driver, especially trying to feel that the golf club is just going straight up in the air, and not going in the other direction to the end of the backswing. And this is linked to the video I did about having an overswing and so on. And I really need to focus on my mind that the full swing is actually the half swing. So I'm going to change also the tags that I'm putting in my TrackMan, where I'm going to put some percentage in terms of backswing. And when I say backswing 100%, that should be just what I used to think about a half swing. And so then, because I'm not used to that, I'm most likely going to have a very hard time giving power. But that's the deal. That's the deal. I want to generate power without getting too long in my backswing. Because even though having a long backswing can help giving more power, and I don't give up on that, because I want to build a very long drive technique where I intentionally go overswing. But I want to do it the right way, and in order to do it the right way, I first need to do a normal swing the right way. And a normal swing, I should not go past when you had flexibility and momentum of the club, basically 2/3 or 3/4 of the swing. That's the very maximum where I should be. And so yes, so I'm going to do that. Probably I'm going to suck in terms of distance, but it's like Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm explained it really well, where he used to, Jon Rahm used to actually overswing the club. And so what he practiced with his coach is actually doing 1/4 of a swing, where the club is just at the takeaway position, and from there accelerate as hard as he possibly can. And I'm not going to do that, because I don't like. I'm not really a fan of his golf swing. But doing it from a half swing position, yeah. So from now on, every time, full swing is half swing. 100% is just my arm parallel to the ground. The club is pointing straight up in the sky, and this is what I'm going to try to do today. So I'll see you on the range.
as always, we start with a long chip shot with my 6-iron. This is now the way I do my routine in order to start. The first ball head shanked, but anyway, the rest wasn't that bad.
Off your list of goodbyes. You're sick of Saturday nights when I call you. You ain't got time to. You say you waited for hours. What if I told you? You know I'll see you tomorrow. You can say your last goodbyes. I never take what you say from the bottle. You're looking sideways. How am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name. You ain't got time. You're looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name.
So now I move on to my 52-degree wedge, which if you recall, as I said in the beginning, I'm focusing on having a shorter backswing, and in this first shot it was good, a lot shorter than I was doing in the previous session, so that's good. And so it felt really weird because I had the reason why I think having my arms that are going too long is because they are getting across my body. And so now I was trying to really keep my hand in front, actually having them moving 45 degrees out from me when I'm doing my backswing, and even with my longer iron I was actually doing it almost feeling that the club was moving to the right, but my hand was actually moving directly forward. And yes, so it put me in a very strange position to then come back. So I started to missing a bit of ball, right to left, left to right, and just trying to figure out a way to actually get my club pass to zero, because this is really that I'm focusing on, is having a club pass that is actually dead zero, so it's easier actually to simply control the club face, because there is multiple way of controlling the club face. Either you are doing it, you're actively trying to control it with your hand, by doing some trajectory and so on, or there is an easy way. I mean, you are actually using your club path and your swing gear in combination in order to have a club face that is naturally coming back neutral. So this you can do by having your the club. If you want a dead straight ball, you need a club path and club face that is relatively as close as you possibly can towards zero. And this is extremely difficult, especially for me, because I tend to come a little bit too much from the inside. This is with the wedges, this is very difficult. That's why I tried to really go left, but then with my arms that are that much forward, that forced me to rotate a lot more through impact, and I'm not used to that. But that's good because this forced me to actually do what I'm trying to do in my swing. So I'll let you see the rest of this wedge session, and I'll come back to you in a few moments.
You get to acting like a hot shot. Now your body bleeding from the hot shot. Oh, I ain't tryna be no up, doc. No, oh, I ain't tryna be no up, doc. My daddy left from Palestine to Houston in a coffin. Nah, he ain't dead, but mentally we probably lost him. I feel like Kendrick Perkins running 5-on-5 in Boston. Cause I've been running way too long, now I just feel exhausted. Cause I've seen 18 wakes at 18. I've carried so much weight like hot green. I've done things I can't believe. I just might break down and scream. Cause band-aids won't fix the wristlets. Carved up a 6'6". I was on a list. I grew up a misfit. All black lipstick, white face paint, tongue out like a kiss disc. My partner gave me 6 bricks and he told me flip this. Money bags with a mask on like Ipkiss. If he wanna run, I hit the blitz with the hit stick. The biscuit to turn a grown man to a pancake biscuit. You get to acting like a hot shot. Now your body bleeding from the hot shot. You shouldn't have to be my up, doc. You shouldn't have to be my up. Now by the time my daddy left, I barely switched the size and diapers. He was searching for a source to get him higher. Higher learning, I'm focused. Barely make good decisions. I guess when you missing Papa, you tend to be lacking vision. I marvel how we avenge it. Split it with the opinions, divided by our positions. Suspicious of our condition. Even though people killing it, lying to get commission. Cause you can live with somebody and never know their intention. These politicians be selling my people that science fiction. I'm guided by my conviction. They think it's a contradiction. I bleed on my composition. My flow is an epidemic. You might need a paramedic as soon as you try and listen. I'm giving you niggas crack, spitting at Richard Nixon. I'm blacker than expedition, driven by presidential security team defenses. I'm changing your supposition. Nah, wait, I'm correcting your corrective lenses, knocking those down off the hinges. Forget the public interest. I don't follow trends, I invent them.
Knocking doors down off the hinges.
my shit like, ay, ay, oh. Teeth on my brain, you like to put it up. Shawty came through, she like a big nut. On a nice face, I call it baby face. That shit was R&B, don't forget the bass. Yeah, shawty like the way I talk. She like the way I sing, the way I fuck. Yeah, shawty like a piece of chalk. Before I write, I like to break her off. Shit is like an easy flow. That habanero spicy magnum flow. Coming straight out the bungalow. I keep my shit on the bungalow.
Girl, give me a reason, even when it ain't enough. Holding and believing, show me what we got in love. Girl, give me a reason, even when it ain't enough. Holding and believing, show me what we got in love. In love, show me what we got in love. In love, show me what we got in.
I'm torn up like some pieces of the paper. Don't burn up in the morning, let it taper. Inhale and let it out like reservations. Exhale and breathe, I'm praying for some patience. Proceed, I think I'm high as a kite. Don't call me for the light, I want a bright night. Don't show 'em like I'm sure, 'cause they keep it fight. I got my hands up.
off your list of goodbyes. You're sick of Saturday nights when I call you. You ain't got time to. You say you waited for hours. What if I told you? You know I'll see you tomorrow. You can say your last goodbyes. I never take what you say from the bottle. You're looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name. You ain't got time. You're looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name. I see what's next through details and texts, and they see me stressed. The less I give, the less I give. Figures in the wind, roll them in, roll them out. When it faded skin, overruled by the proud. Figures in the wind, roll them in, roll them out. When it faded skin, overruled by the proud. Figures in the wind, roll them in, roll them out. When it faded skin, overruled by the proud. Figures in the wind, roll them in, roll them out. When it faded skin, overruled by the proud. Figures in the mirror, roll them in. Perfect color dripping right up off my skin. Roll them out, silver color, let them in on the dial. Tell your friends, give me something, play pretend. Pink and white, my favorite sin. Take a look. Watch yourself, don't get too close. I done shook these niggas free. Body blows, let's on the later, adios. Just turn the knob and tell them kids to listen in. Cause pink look white for the hell of it. Looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name.
acting like a hot shot. Now your body bleeding from the hot shot. Oh, I ain't tryna be no up, doc. No, oh, I ain't tryna be no up, doc. My daddy left from Palestine to Houston in a coffin. Nah, he ain't dead, but mentally we probably lost him. I feel like Kendrick Perkins running 5-on-5 in Boston. Cause I've been running way too long, now I just feel exhausted. Cause I've seen 18 wakes at 18. I've carried so much weight like hot green. I've done things I can't believe. I just might break down and scream. Cause band-aids won't fix the wristlets. Carved up a 6'6". I was on the list. I grew up a misfit. All black lipstick, white face paint, tongue out like a kiss disc. My partner gave me 6 bricks and he told me flip this. Money bags with a mask on like Ipkiss. If he wanna run, I hit the blitz with the hit stick. The biscuit to turn a grown man to a pancake biscuit. You get to acting like a hot shot. Now your body bleeding from the hot shot. You shouldn't have to be my up, doc. You shouldn't have to be my up. Now by the time my daddy left, I barely switched the size and diapers. He was searching for a source to get him higher. Higher learning, I'm focused. Barely make good decisions. I guess when you missing Papa, you tend to be lacking vision. I marvel how we avenge it. Split it with the opinions, divided by our positions. Suspicious of our condition. Even though people killing it, lying to get commission. Cause you can live with somebody and never know their intention. These politicians be selling my people that science fiction. I'm guided by my conviction. They think it's a contradiction. I bleed on my composition. My flow is an epidemic. You might need a paramedic as soon as you try and listen. I'm giving you niggas crack, spitting at Richard Nixon. I'm blacker than expedition, driven by presidential security team defenses. I'm changing your supposition. Nah, wait, I'm correcting your corrective lenses, knocking those down off the hinges. Forget the public interest. I don't follow trends, I invent them.
Knocking doors down off the hinges.
So, what can I say about the session of today? Well, it worked. It worked. I've been able to actually reduce the length of my backswing, but then it got very awkward during the transition of the downswing, where I had a bit of trouble, especially with the driver, to find out how I can come back. And by the end of the session, when I was with the drivers, and I realized this was about this thing I already talked about, the transition blur, where really this is removing the edge between the backswing, the transition, the downswing, to have one and only one flowing motion. And I think this is what I need to focus on. I need to continue to do that, continue to apply this element that I found on the backswing, because it reduces the length of my backswing a lot, and allow me to actually do as I want. But now I need to be able to incorporate that into the whole motion of the swing. And so having the transition, and having actually figure out one move that actually do the whole move. So I'm starting the backswing that way, and then how do I just continue this move so I get all the way until impact, something like that, or at least to the delivery point, to the point where in the downswing the club is parallel to the ground, ready to hit the ball. And I think I found it, because when I do the transition in the right way, I'm actually putting a lot of pressure into my right foot to resist. And if I don't actually push with my left leg into the ground, actually this is just going to make the transition naturally happen in terms of lower body. And so as soon as this naturally happens, then if I move the arm in the right way, because with the iron I was really focusing on having my hands moving forward and over the top of the ball. Where with the driver, this is the opposite. I'm focusing on the head, actually moving further and further forward over the ball. And then once the transition naturally happens, actually the clubhead bar just starts dropping forward in terms of sensation, in terms of what I feel during the backswing and during the transition. And so I'm just taking the club back, pushing it forward to keep it as vertical as I possibly can, forward. And at the moment where the transition is naturally happening, actually the club head starts dropping forward in front of me. And this is happening in a natural motion, but it cannot happen if actually I'm not doing the good motion with my lower body, so the transition from my lower body naturally happen. And but once I'm going to be able to do that, then I need to also have a way for my upper body to actually have the transition also naturally happen, because I cannot have a lower body that is happen naturally and an upper body that is actually doing something where I'm doing it consciously. So if it happens naturally, it's just the natural way of things, and so it's not even subconscious or conscious. It happened naturally, and so I need to have this also with my arms, with my club head, and so on, happen naturally during when the transition happen, and then I can go on to do the downswing. But also I think I'm on my way, because later when I have this done, probably then I'm going to focusing on also the transition blur between the transition and the downswing. But that I think I will see that later. So thanks you for watching, and I see you next time.